Good morning. I'm sure you can hear me now. I'm going to start this off with a prayer from Reverend Rose.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, everybody. I don't want this to be just my prayer. I want this to be your prayer. So at various points in the prayer, I'm going to invite you to say Amen. I want to hear your voices as well as mine. Let us be in the spirit of prayer together. Spirit of the living God, this community of friends and neighbors has assembled beside the lake this morning as part of a solemn observance. We have come to remember those and to come down in places far apart. Let those gathered here say Amen. Gracious God, we are united in this, that our fallen sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, husbands and wives, shall be recalled with honor, with thanksgiving, as long as we have life and breath. And we look to you, O God, to help us and bear with us. If our memories falter with the passing of time, we know that their names are written for all eternity on the palm of your hand. Let those gathered here say, Amen. In highest heaven, no soldier is unknown, and all those missing in action have been found by that good shepherd who will leave the 99 to seek the one. For this great mercy we thank and praise you this morning, God most holy. Even on that day when swords are beaten into plowshares and nations learn war no more, even then, O God, may our hearts keep the memory of faces and smiles that will be forever young. May their hope live on in us. May our dedication, and if need be, our sacrifices for the good of all, begin to approach theirs. Let those gathered here say Amen. By your loving touch, according to your eternal purposes, let tears be wiped away and sorrow turn to joy. When we do not know how to pray as we ought, let your Spirit intercede for us with sighs too deep for words. In the peace of this moment and the beauty of this place, we ask these things of you. Let those gathered here say Amen. Thank you, friends. You've been a big help with the prayer.
I apologize. I had another really nice prayer, and I lost it. So you're going to hear the same thing that I've been saying all along. Comrades, this day is sacred with the almost visible presence of those who have gone before us. We honor the memory of those who gave their lives in the service of our country, and of all those others who have dropped by the burdens by the wayside of life, and are gone to their eternal rest. May the ceremonies of today deepen your reverence of our departed friends and comrades. Let us renew our pledge of loyalty to a country and its flag. Let us resolve by words and deeds to emphasize the privileges and duty of patriotism. Again, our nation has assembled to honor its heroic dead. 1,000 battles of land, sea, and air echo the glory of their valiant deeds. Quiet sod, or beneath the murmuring waves, their bodies sleep in peace. When with the destinies of veterans, their souls are watching over. Because of them, our lives are free. Because of them, our nation lives. When we recall the things they did, the Hebrews' hosts shines mighty in our midst. When peril threatens and the country is born, with the divine self-sacrifice, they left their path of peace to sprinkle arms to make their peace rest the burden against their nation's foes. No sorrow for the loved ones left behind could dim their purpose and their soul. No weariness of heart and watch could keep them from their heart's desire. No horror of the field or sea or air could beat their courage down. They fought for us they fell. Now, with one accord, our deepest reverence go to them, to their honor. Let us remember them not in anger. They would not wish our pity for the sakes and would not forget their loved ones left behind. Our tears of words and sympathy cannot bring back the comfort of those loving hands or the music of those voices still. Only the solemn pride of having given more than all the rest is theirs to live to do. But the entire world, because of what they gave, is entitled to them. Would you lay the wreath, please? Okay, I see you're not going to fire.
Yeah.
Okay, a few days will be playing taps.
I got it. Bring it right shoulder. Come on. Hold it. Off. Bam. Wait.
Thank you. Everybody, I would like everybody to give a hand to the taps players. They did a wonderful job. Now I have the honor and privilege to introduce Bob Jones to take us the rest of the way.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Commander. I appreciate the opportunity. There's a sign up by McDonald's that says that Meredith is a great place to play, work, and live. Meredith is also a great place to honor and remember, and today is the day we honor and remember those whose lives were taken from them in service to our country. There's no better place in Meredith, and I think in the state of New Hampshire, to honor and remember than right here in Heskey Park, where it is carved in stone, let us not forget. It is a code we live by, those who stand the ongoing POW MIA awareness vigil every Thursday night, going into 26 years. At this time, before we start, I'd like to call on Carla Horn, Chair of the Meredith Select Board, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance here at the site. Carla?
Thank you, Bob. In honor of our courageous heroes, who lost their life, please join me in Pledge of Allegiance of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. Now, I'd like to ask the Sergeant of Arms, first of all, I have the three individuals here today. I've asked Natalie Bowles, the sister of Nicholas Kanoya. Nicholas is from Gilmington. Nicholas was killed in Iraq, Baghdad, served with the 10th Mountain Division, 2006. Natalie will be laying the wreath at our site. Natalie is a Gold Star sister, and I realize today Nicholas' mother, Gold Star mother, Linda, is here with us today. Also, our guest speaker, Mark Decato, Mark's wife, Gold Star mother, Nancy Decato, is with us. I'd like to ask our Sergeant of Arms, Chuck Thorndike, if he would please present the three yellow roses to our Gold Star moms and to Mrs. Bowles. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it, and we're so honored to have these families with us here today and at this site in this park. This is the state's original POW MIA memorial site. Many wreaths will be laid throughout the state, throughout the country today, and many words will be spoken. Maybe it's not the number of wreaths, but maybe it's not the number of wreaths, but maybe those who are laying the wreaths that are important. And maybe it's not the words that are spoken throughout the state, throughout the country today, but maybe it is the person that will be speaking the words. So, Sergeant Barnes, if you will please escort Natalie Bowles, Mrs. Bowles, to lay the wreath. Thank you, sir. Very much. The address today to introduce a gentleman, a Gold Star father, selectman at Waterville Valley. This gentleman is also a 1983 graduate of West Point. His son, Mark Paul, was killed in action, Afghanistan, 2010. His younger son, Andrew, this year will be completing his sophomore year at West Point. It's my honor, and I mean that sincerely, and my privilege to introduce Mr. Mark Decato.
Good morning. Thank you, Bob, for that introduction. I'm honored to be asked to speak about Memorial Day this morning and share some thoughts with you. Memorial Day is sometimes confusing. It's often called the first weekend of summer, and some consider it a time to get together with friends and family for a cookout. Yard work and other chores are listed and completed over the 3 days at home. Stores even hold special holiday sales. But this is not really a holiday at all. As a nation, we seem to have lost our perspective on what Memorial Day is intended to be. I'd like to take a moment and reflect on why we're here today. In May 1868, Major General John Logan issued General Order Number 11, instructing that the graves of Civil War dead throughout the country be decorated with flowers on May 30th each year. This was appropriately known as Decoration Day and was observed for many years, with the decorations eventually being extended to all of the war dead in the country. The name of Decoration Day evolved over the years to Memorial Day, which became the official name for May 30th by federal law in 1967. In 1971, federal law changed observance of Memorial Day to the fourth Monday in May and created the 3-day holiday weekend we now have. The questions today are, what does Memorial Day mean to us? And what is our part in it? During my time in the military, my fellow soldiers and I were constantly reminded of those who made the ultimate sacrifice. There were memorial events, and every Memorial Day we stood in silent formations, we saluted and listened to taps. It was a stark reminder of what our freedom had cost so many of those who had gone before us. The cost of war became more meaningful to me over the past decade during the wars of Iraq and Afghanistan. The media, in so many forms, has provided a constant stream of photos and names of soldiers, sailors, and airmen who have paid the ultimate price for our freedom. In 2005, a friend and West Point classmate was killed in Iraq. Then on a cold January evening in 2010, we became a Gold Star family, and Memorial Day has since taken on a significance I could not fathom before. I do not know your personal reason for being here this morning, but whatever it is, I hope that you will share with others that they should be participating in these sorts of events on this day. Our family and all other Gold Star families appreciate your participation. As the current wars start to subside, I would ask that each one of us take on the task of ensuring that we as a nation never forget our honored dead. It is humbling to realize that over 1,330,000 men and women have been killed in service to our country since the Revolutionary War. I ask that you consider doing 3 simple things. Look, listen, and learn about our nation's military history. Look, take time to read plaques and memorials honoring our war dead. They are everywhere. Town halls, parks, ball fields, libraries, museums, all over the place. Take notice of them and point them out to others. Listen. If veterans or families who have lost loved ones want to tell you stories of those lost in service to our country, take a moment to hear what they have to say. Sometimes it's not easy, but it will always inspire you. Learn. Read books and study the history of those who have served. If we who have not experienced combat firsthand do not take the time to learn about the cost of war, how can we understand what we are doing here today? there's something that my wife pointed out to me the other day. We in America are so blessed by the sacrifice of those 1.3 million dead. We are so secure because of what they gave that we have turned the day of honoring them into a national holiday of barbecues and shopping. I see this family time, though, this happiness, as a great and lasting tribute to our fallen heroes, but only if we take time to know them and the price they paid for our security and freedom. You have interrupted your weekend to remember, and that is wonderful. But there are many Americans who have not taken this time. There's one more way to share Memorial Day with others. In 2000, Public Law 106-579 was passed, establishing a national moment of remembrance. At 3 p.m. local time on Memorial Day, Americans are asked to pause for 1 minute in remembrance of those who have died in service to our nation. Please take that 1 minute at 3 o'clock today and pause to honor our departed heroes and ask others to do it with you. Thank you again for asking me to be a part of this ceremony. I'd like to close with a short poem which for me summarizes the reasons behind this day. The Fallen Soldier by Patricia Kroll. Don't weep for me, O land of the free. When it was my time to fall, 'twas my country's call. 'Twas for the land that I loved that I gave my all. And for the land that I loved, I did freely give. And in her freedom and her courage, I'll continue to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you all. You know, considering those words and a couple of conversations I had here this morning, it's sometimes difficult to know what to say on Memorial Day. Oftentimes I hear people say, you know, Happy Memorial Day. I'm not sure that's the term that should be used. Maybe blessings. Blessings on this day. Blessings on this day. Be thankful for the blessings that we have, the blessings that we can enjoy on this day, for the sacrifices given to us by so few that have sacrificed their lives, and the families of those few. We can appreciate that, and today is that day. Thank you for being here in this place of honor and remembrance, and enjoy your day. Thank you very much.